Welcome back, Shore Kings, to part 3 of this series. I went through Metacritic's top 300 games to see just how many of PlayStation's best games made it to PS Plus. Now, I've been going through every single entry and researching if it ever came to PS Plus. Whether it was a monthly game, PS Plus Extra, PS Now, or some other PS Plus service. So in part 1, we went through the top 100 games of the last 10 years to see how many came to PS Plus, and the results were surprising. 66%. 2 out of every 3 best of the best games have already come to PS Plus. In part 2, we looked at the next 100 games, and the ratio decreased to only 60%. That's 3 out of every 5 games in the top 200 games for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So today we're going to continue the series and look at more amazing games and hopefully make it to 300. As we go through these games, you will learn a lot about great, underrated, and less popular games that are highly rated but not talked about enough. And because these great games have not made it to PS Plus, it sort of allows us to predict what games might come to PS Plus in the future. So without wasting your time, let's get right down to the list. We ended the last episode with Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which was at 240. And we ended the episode at the end of page 10. So let's start page 11. 241, Wargroove. Nope, we have not gotten Wargroove on PS Plus. And then up next, it's Soul Calibur 6. Yes, Soul Calibur did come to Extra, but it got removed in April of 2024. Next, we have Zen Pinball 2. Yes, you can play this game on PS Premium right now. And then we have Hatsune Miku, Project Diva, Future Tone, Colorful Tone. I'm going to say no to this one. Up next, we have Disgaea 7, Vows of the Virtueless. No, I don't think we have this one. We had 3, 4, 5, but I don't think we had 7. And next game is probably the most popular of this page, Hogwarts Legacy. I think we both would have known if Hogwarts Legacy came to PS Plus. That would have been kind of a big news. So no, it did not come to PS Plus. And then we have Resident Evil Village, which is I think Resident Evil 8. No, we did not have 8. We have a lot of the other ones, but not this one. And next we have Venba. Oh, I've never even heard of this one. How does this have such a high rating? Oh, 79. That's way more like it. I guess since there's been more reviews, the score really took a hit. I was wondering how that one was so high. And no, we didn't get Venba. After that, we have Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. Nope, we did not get this one. And then it's a sports game, and I'm sorry, but from the previous videos, I have to continue this tradition. But if a sports game has a year in it, I do not count it. Iterative. Then we have Lara Croft Go. Oh, it's a turn-based puzzle adventure. I heard of this one. No, we did not get this one, but we did get Lara Croft Temple of Osiris and Lara Croft Guardian of Light. Hitman Episode 2. This sounds like a DLC, and another one we didn't count is DLC. So if you're just tuning in to this video for the first time without watching the first two, we don't count DLCs and we don't count sports games with years on them, and also VR games we don't count. That's why we're at 250 instead of like 203. BioShock, The Collection. So this one includes BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite. This was available on PS Now, so we'll say yes to that one. And then there we go, Hitman. So this Hitman was episodic. It was a partial game or DLC. We don't count that. We count full games. So Hitman was a full game. But did Hitman come to PS Plus? Yes, it did. The complete first season came on February 2019. After Hitman, we have FIFA 18, which we're not going to count. And then we have Final Fantasy X. X2 HD Remaster. So this is a 2013 remaster of X and X2, which came out all the way in 2001, 2003. So yes, count that one. Ghost of Tsushima, Iki Island. I'm sorry, I love that game, but it is a DLC. We already counted Ghost of Tsushima. Quake 2. I didn't know this was redone. Enhanced Edition. Interesting. No, this is a pretty new game, so we do not have Quake 2. Okay, this is a DLC. We're not going to count. If Origins itself shows up, we'll count it, but this is a DLC. Next, we have Devil May Cry Definitive Edition. Yes, we did get that one. And the last 3 are Disgaea 1, Complete. This is just the HD remaster, I believe, which we did not get. And then we have Pro Evolution Soccer, which we're not going to count. I'm sorry. And then we have our first Call of Duty game. So out of the top 300 games, Call of Duty finally shows up at 264. I'm surprised so many sports games showed up before Call of Duty games, because those two kind of games kind of get thrown under the bus a lot. And I'm not going to stop that. So even at 83, this is an unusually high score for a Call of Duty game. So let's check out, just for fun, the user scores. Wow, a 4.2. Users did not like this game at all. I have never seen such a differing of opinion. Why do Call of Duty games vary so much from the critic score to the user score? So Call of Duty Black Ops 4? Yes, it was included. I believe July 2021. Let's go to page 12. Okay, so again, we have Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, we've already counted this one, so we're not going to count it again. Next, we have our first short game on PS Plus. Yay! The Pedestrian. The Pedestrian is a 2.5D puzzle platformer. Not a 2D, not a 3D, but an in-between. This one, I highly recommend you play it because this is a short games channel after all, and this game will keep you busy. It is a treat to look at because it combines 3D and 2D as you navigate the world just through traffic signs. If this seems like your vibe, jump into the game right away. You will have a great time, and highly recommend you play it to the end because, no spoilers, but the last level will turn everything you know on its head. So it is worth playing just to reach the last level. This is my first short game recommendation from today's video. So download that right now. The Yakuza Remastered Collection. This is basically a 1080 60 FPS remaster of Yakuza 3, 4, and 5. And all of those were available on PS Plus, but I don't know if this one is available, but it kind of counts like the same thing. Like if 3, 4, and 5, I could count them separately or count them all in here. So I'm going to say yes to in here. And if we see 3, 4, and 5, then we'll say no. Astro's Playroom. Now, this is not technically available on PS Plus, but it is free if you own a PS5. So I'm going to count it because it's the same company giving you a free game. This is my most highly recommended PlayStation 5 game to play, especially if you just got one. This should be the first game you should play on your PlayStation 5. It was supposed to be just a tech demo to show what your controller can do, but people loved Astro so much and demanded they make a full game. And guess what happened? So if we go to best games of all time on Metacritic, and this is what we have. Ocarina of Time, Grand Theft Auto, obviously, right? But look, those are not for PS5. So we click on PS5 and bam, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate, Astrobot. It's the third best game of PlayStation 5 of all time. And it won Game of the Year last year. But I did not count Astrobot because it just came out last year. So back to Astro's Playroom. It truly feels like a next-gen console and a next-gen game because it takes advantage of everything the PS5 can do. The next one is Guacamelee 2. I don't think Guacamelee 2 was available, but Guacamelee, the first one, was available. So we're going to say no to that one. The next game is Persona 5 Strikers. Yes, we did get this one. It was a monthly game in January of 2022. And then we have Far Lone Sails. We did not get that one, although we did get Far Changing Tides. This game came out in 2022, and the first one came out in 2019. And right next to it, we have Metro Exodus. Now, I've never played any of the Metro games, but I played this one just to see what was up, and it's constantly on sale, so I thought it'd be a really bad game. But I was really impressed. Next, we have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Yes, this one is currently on PS Plus Extra, so play that one if you like it. So after Bloodstained, we have Crash Team Racing. So I'm not sure about this one. It looks like a remaster. Yes, nitro fueled. But the first one did come to PS Plus Extra a very long time ago. And at $275, we have Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes, this was available, but it got removed when all the Kingdom Hearts games left, which was on November of 2022. And then up next, we have Prey Moon Crash. Oh, I think this is a DLC, so we're not going to count this one. And then we have Darkest Dungeon. I'm going to say no to that one. A gothic roguelike RPG. No, we do not have that one. Maybe that one will come someday to PS Plus. And next we have Judgment. Yes, great series. Highly recommend you play these ones. You can't anymore because it left extra. Up next, we have Resident Evil HD Remaster. We do have the director's cut on premium right now, so say yes to that one. And I'm going to go through these real quick. Puyo Puyo Tetris. No, we don't have that one. Yoku's Island. Is this like Yoshi's Island? Yoku's Island Express. No, we do not have that one either. Anno 1800. Yes, we do. You can play this one right now. Oh, and our second Call of Duty game. Which one's this one? Oh, it's the original Modern Warfare Remastered. Yes, I think we got this like March of 2019, I believe. MLB The Show 20. Yeah, we're not counting that one. And then the best title of the year goes to Nier Replicant version 1.22474487139. Yes, that is the title. They actually printed that on the box art. There it is. Official. Making my job really hard when you're putting these into Excel spreadsheets. So yes, we are including Near Replicant. It was on Extra. Up next, we have Zen Pinball 2 Portal Pinball. I believe this is a DLC. It's Zen Pinball, but with a Portal skin. And then we have Sackboy, A Big Adventure. I just talked about this game. It showed up in my co-op games to play and also in games that might leave. Hopefully it doesn't leave, but it did come to PS Essential. So if you grabbed it as a monthly game, you're safe. But it is currently on Extra, and I predicted it might leave next month. And then we have Dragon Quest Builders. Interesting. We did Dragon Quest Builders 2, the sequel, in a previous episode. So this is the first one. Yes, we did have that one, and it got removed in October of 2024. And that concludes page 12. We're about to jump to page 13. Let's go. Then we have Stray. Stray was a big deal. It was a huge deal for PS Plus because it came out when PS Plus was first launching, and it still holds the record. Stray achieved the highest number of players on PlayStation Plus in the 12 months following the service's June 2022 rebranding, but it did get removed from July of 2023. So many people even bought a PS5 just to play this game. Super cute cat game, highly recommended if you play it, and I think it only lasts like 2 hours if you really know what you're doing. Next, we have a Yakuza game, Yakuza 6. This one also left in December of 2023. This was supposed to be the last tale of Kiryu in the series, but as we see in the most recent games, he came back, but under a different name. Some would say a man with no name. So yes, this one was included. Next, we have Battle Chef Brigade. No, we do not have Battle Chef Brigade. And after that, we have A Space for the Unbound. Yes, this one came to PS Plus Extra recently. And then this game, I've been wanting to come to PS Plus for quite some time, and it still hasn't, surprisingly. It's No Man's Sky. Yeah, it's No Man's Sky Beyond. The original No Man's Sky has a 71, and No Man's Sky Beyond has 83. So I'm going to say no to that one. And after that, we have Creeks. I don't know what that one's about, but no, we do not have that one, and we do not have the next one either, Astral Ascent. But we do have Life is Strange True Colors, but not for long. You got like a week left to play this one because it is about to leave this month. I just beat this one a week or two ago, and it was a really good ending, so highly recommend you play this one. Project Cars. Yes, I believe the original was on PS Now when that was a thing. And after that, we got a FIFA game, which we do not count because it's 19. And then we have Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 10. Yes, this one was on October 2021, I think. I'm going to have a hard time with this one. Danganronpa 1 and 2 Reloaded. No, I'm going to say no to that one. So that was the 300th game on the list. But as you've seen, there's been a lot of repeats. So this isn't the true 300th game. And also sorry for not including sports games as we get to Madden NFL 16. So no, we're not going to count that one either. I am so sorry. Next we have Spiritfarer. Yes, we did have this one. It got removed from Extra on September of 2024, very recently. Next we have Horizon Zero Dawn Frozen Wilds, but that is a DLC, so we're not going to count that one. And then we have Super Hot. That was such an addictive game. I love that game. That one was definitely a PlayStation monthly game. So yes, that one did come. I think it was October of 2022, I believe. And then next, we're Gone to Detention. No, we're not, because that one never came. And then we have The Last Clockwinder. I believe this one is also a VR game, so we're not going to count that one. And then this one, I think, just left. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. So this one is like all the arcade classics. So you can replay like the Street Fighter 2 and all the ones that were in the arcades for like the SNES era. And that one got removed January, just a few months ago of 2025. And then next we have Steam World Heist. No, we did get Steam World Dig. And then this one we already counted earlier. Okay, next is Mortal Kombat. This is right under Street Fighter. Wow, they're buddies over here. So yes, we did get Street Fighter, but we do not have Mortal Kombat 1. This is the newest one, 2023. So I don't think we're going to get it this year. Maybe next year we might get it. I really hope so, because I kind of lost touch with the Mortal Kombat series after the one guy left. And I'm not much into the 3D games, but I will definitely give this one a try as we revisit the classic characters. So that's a no for that one. But hopefully it comes to PS Extra next year. And then we have Infernax. No, we do not have or had Infernax. The next game is Iconoclasts. Isn't that like a faction from the Outer Worlds or a corporation? That sounds familiar. Yes, we did get that one as a monthly game in December of 2018. All right, let's move on to page 14. All right, top of the page with a Metacritic score of 83 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but it's only 83 according to critics. Users, they weren't really happy about that one, 6.8. How did you feel about that one? Are you with the critics or with the users? Personally, I gave up on Assassin's Creed after Desmond, but I don't know, maybe someday I'll give these games a try. They just seem too long for me, not my jam. And then we have Valhalla, or actually it's VA11 Hall-A Cyberpunk Bartender Action. Wait, is this a bartender game? Assume the role of a bartender. Wait, is this Tapper? Is this the modern version of Tapper for the NES? I know that's taking you guys way back. All right, this is what the game looked like. Tapper. You would serve beers. Look, there's Donkey Kong and Mario getting beers from you. As dumb as that idea sounds, I want to play this game, even if it's nothing like Tapper. So no, we do not have Valhalla Cyberpunk. Freedom Finger? No, we do not have Freedom Finger. It's a music-driven side-scrolling game. Okay, interesting. All right, what's next? Laser League. Blink and you are dead. What is Laser League? Yes, we actually did get that one. Think October 2018 came in. Street Fighter V Champion Edition we did talk about, and it is leaving or has just left, depending on when you're watching this. Wow, this one's so high. I just talked about this one like last week. Sayonara Wild Hearts. This was included in my great games under 4 hours on PlayStation Plus Extra. There it is playing in the background. It's a very short game, and it kind of reminded me of those Sonic the Hedgehog levels in the original, where you're going down the half pipe and collecting coins. It's basically like a very fancy, artsy version of that. But interestingly, that game disappeared from PS Extra the day I dropped the video. Like literally the day I recommended it, it disappeared. Hopefully it's back by now. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Yes, we have it for sure. Or at least did have it. Let me know below if it came back. And then after that, we have Watch Dogs 2. Yes, this is a Ubisoft game and we have that. Ubisoft games are in a separate little collection if you can't find them in the PS Extra catalog. But generally, these games tend not to leave because they have a different contract with Ubisoft. Hand of Fate 2. No, we do not have Hand of Fate 2. FIFA 16, I'm not counting. Nuclear Throne, we do not have. But we did have Wreckfest. This was a monthly game, I believe, May of 2021, during the pandemic. 2 Point Campus. So we do have 2 Point Hospital. Do we have 2 Point Campus? Yeah, I believe we do. I believe it's currently active on PS Plus Extra. So yes, count that one. 2 Point Campus. And then we have Outer Wilds. Wait a minute. Why does that have such a low score? 82 for that game? Get out of here. Should be like a 90. Maybe this list is really old. Let's check to see if more people have reviewed it. All right, that score is way better. We already did count this one. It has a score of 85, but yeah, audiences love it. 8.9. Except this guy, a games critic. No one could accuse it of being unambitious. All right, remarkable sense of scope by keeping things modest. All right, however, all right, here it comes. What do you have to say about this? Their work suffers from glacial pace of progress and a hands-off approach to storytelling? Like, are you asking to have your hand held for a video game? That's my biggest issues is a lack of combat, direction, or material reward. Wow. For those who haven't played this game, this is a game that stimulates the mind and discovery, and it doesn't tell you what to do, but you have to figure it out by the clues. And obviously, some people didn't figure out the clues. Just use a guide if you can't use your brain. Mr. Game Critics. Shots fired. All right, Lost Judgment. Yes, Lost Judgment did come to Extra, and it also left Extra. I played both of these games. The new one was obviously newer and looked fancier. It removed some of the annoying things from the first one, but I don't know. Story-wise, I like them both. I kind of like the first one a little bit better, but that's not saying a lot because the story of these games are like out of this world with respect to Outer Wilds. And then we have Project Cars 2. Yes, this was available on PS Now at some point, so we're going to count this one. So yes, yes, and yes. Katamari, no, we did not have this one, but we did have Katamari Forever. Yakuza 5 remastered. I'm not sure if we had the remastered version. Yeah, I think we did. We had the original and the remastered version. So I'm going to say yes to this one. And then Borderlands, the Handsome Collection. This one includes Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel, which was only released on PS3, but it got ported to PS4. So I'm going to count it here because I don't think we talked about that game anywhere else. So we'll say yes. And then we have The Division 2. Is this a Ubisoft game? Yes, this is a Ubisoft game. I knew it. All right, so Ubisoft Ubisoft games are in the little Ubisoft catalog there. It's like a page of a few dozen games, and they're always there. They don't leave. And then we have Madden NFL 18 and Madden NFL 17. Interesting. All right, I know some of you guys are thinking, why is he not including sports games? Is it because he hates sports games? And my answer is not necessarily, but because these games just rehash the exact same formula. No one is ever happy with these games. Although the critics love them, I don't know if they're getting paid or whatnot. But let's go check out what these games are doing according to user scores. All right? So let's give sports games a chance here. All right, NFL 18. Let's see how you're doing. Wow, an 82. But what does the audience think? 3.6. All right, let's go to NFL 17. 82. What is the average user score? 4.2. Okay, so that's why I'm not including sports games. You ever been to a used game store and just have like walls of these games that nobody even touches for $3? Says a lot. It says a lot about these games. All right, back to normal games. F1, we're not going to count that. And Destiny 2 Forsaken, we're not going to count that either because that's a DLC. Are we going to count Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair? Yes, we'll count it, but it was not on PS Plus. All right, one page left, page 15. All right, we have reached page 15. This is going to be the last page, so let's go quickly. First, we have N++. No, this was not available on PS Plus. It's a really bad graphics co-op game. Fast-paced, physics-based platformer. So no. Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream. No, but others, yes. We don't have Sophie, but we have Aisha, Maruru, Rorona. I know it sounds like I'm making up those names, but those are actual game titles. No, these are the legit names of these games. I am not even kidding you. All right, moving on. Desperados 3. Yes, this one is available on PS Plus Extra right now. Great rating, and I kind of want to try it. I haven't tried it yet. Then we have F123. We're not going to count. Dark Souls 3. This is probably the hardest game ever made. I don't know. What do you think? All right, although we did not get any of the Dark Souls games, we did get Demon Souls and the remake, and also Bloodborne, and still waiting on that remake. Bloodborne Kart. Maybe that one should come to PS Plus instead. And up next, we have the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I'm going to say yes to that one, although not exactly, because Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, the first 3 games, were available and just left this year. I Expect You to Die. No, that was not included. And then we have Hunt Down. No, we did not have Hunt Down either. We have Galek Z. See what they did there? The Dimensional. Yes, we did get that one in March of 2016, almost 10 years ago. Wow. And then Hitman 2. Yes, for sure this one came because I downloaded this one and still haven't beat it. I think I got to the level where you're in India because I have to 100% everything in these games and it takes a very long time. This game was a monthly game on September of 2021. And then we have A Plague's Tale Requiem. Yes, this one did come to PS Plus for sure. And then we have No Man's Sky, which we already talked about, even though that was a DLC. Still count that one instead of this one, so we're going to ignore that one. And then Death Stranding, we also talked about when we talked about the director's cut, so we're not going to talk about it here. And the next game we can talk about is Skullgirls, second encore. I mean, this game came out in 2015. It's pretty old. That's almost 10 years ago. But still, it counts. Invisible Inc. Oh, I get it. Invisible Inc. I just got that pun. Yes, this was a monthly game, 2016. Resident Evil 4. I believe this one is currently on premium. Mortal Kombat 11. Yes, this game is available, and I believe it is leaving or just left. Steam World Build. No, we do not have Steam World Build, but we did have Steam World Dig. So no to that one. It's Spyro Reignited Trilogy. So this is the first 3 games that have been remastered. So I don't think we've had the trilogy, but we did get the individual games. So technically you can play all these games, just not the remastered version. So I'm still going to count it. Control, we already talked about because we reviewed Control Ultimate Edition. Little Nightmares, yes, Little Nightmares did come to PS Plus Extra as a monthly game in August of 2022. That was my favorite month ever because it came with Tony Hawk Pro Skater and also Yakuza Like a Dragon. And if you haven't heard yet, so that was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, so 3 and 4 have officially been announced. Woo! So yes, count Little Nightmares 2. And then we have eFootball, PES, Pro Evolution Soccer 2020. Yeah, we're not going to count that one. And then the final game on the list, yay, you made it to the end, is Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. I always thought it was Death to the Outsider. Some weird Mandela effect coming. Yes, this is included. I just played it last month. Sort of like BioShock Infinite mixed with Deathloop. It's really fun. You can either play it as very stealthy, where you can like imitate people and just hide in the shadows and disappear, or you could be like a human wrecking cyborg machine and just plow through everybody. They give you lots of choice. Even at the end, you get to the very final boss and you still get a choice. Hopefully that's not a spoiler. So that's it. We made it to the end of page 15. So let's go over the stats real quick. Out of 286 games, 172 were available on PS Plus at some point. So that continues our ratio of 3 out of 5. Not bad at all. So for the true fans who stuck around the whole time, let's see who played the game. I don't think many people played the game this time around because part 2 didn't get as much traction as part 1. I don't know why YouTube didn't send it to people. 5 days ago and not even 1,000 views. So top 200 games, let's see what your guesses were. Benjamin Villagic said 80 Metascore for the next video. Okay, I believe that's it. Not too many comments on this one. I mean, you got pretty close. If you stuck around to the end of the whole video, even though it was really long, I know you're a true fan. So if you're a true fan, come join the new subreddit we started. So far, we've got 42 members after 2 days. Not too bad. So I did ask if you guys wanted a part 3, and since there's so few of you in the subreddit right now, the majority of you voted yes. I hope you learned something new today. So until next time, be a friend, and I'll see you again.